What's up guys, Spanky here, and welcome to episode 2 of playing VintageCraft with Spanky. Today I'm back here at the industrial smelter. I wanted to show you guys my progress. Sorry about that, keep pressing it too many times. I want to show you guys my progress that I've made. I've actually made a lot of progress since episode 1. And to begin the video, I'd like to also apologize for the screen flashing. If you guys support me, hit the subscribe button and view my videos, I'll be able to get a better computer faster, and the better quality of the videos will be faster. And do I have a shovel? No, I don't. But here's the community smelter. It's officially open, it's finished. If any of you guys that are on the server want to change how it looks, like the design of here, you can. I was hoping to have a little bit more room, but the smelter was bigger than I expected. But you put the items you want to smelt in this chest. And I'll try to remember to put a link to the tutorial. It's Mumbo Jumbo's industrial smelter. And then you put the fuel in here. And then the refined items come out here. And I'll show you guys a little bit of the redstone. I kind of want to change this to make it so it only goes back and forth when it's not, when it doesn't have items, because right now it's really slow. Because basically it gets one item from each of these every time it comes back and forth. And then when it's here, I believe it only drops one item really slow, and it's not here for very long. So it comes back over here. And so then you get your items in this chest really slow. And then when you put your fuel in here, this doesn't actually move until you put something to smelt. So this thing this thing has logs in it. Which, in fact, I'll take these logs to show you how it works. But there's already fuel, but if you're smelting, you're gonna want to make sure, like, I'm trying to stock it up with charcoal right now, so it's not an issue. But usually there might be a chance that there's not enough fuel in here. So if you're gonna use this, please just like throw some fuel in here. It doesn't matter what fuel you use as long as it's not a lava bucket. But now that I put those in there, they both go, even though this one's empty. And so those two logs will be smelting in these first two furnace. And then they'll be picked up by these two hoppers. But I just wasted 2 whole charcoal, which actually I got equal exchange. I put 2 logs in there, use 2 charcoal, and get 2 charcoal back. These are my chests. This was temporarily my base. And I've kind of moved, and I've been waiting to do anything more till I made this episode. But these 2 guys should be here now. Then I put charcoal in here, and then if you look, this guy's still here with the charcoal in it, so he'll be sitting there until someone puts some items to be smelted. Put this back on. And I could smelt some cobblestone, but I'm not going to. But yeah, that's the community smelter. It's open for business. I'll show my coordinates, so if any of you guys watching need to find it. It's basically for mass smelting, and you want to at least smelt, well, it gets spread out across all 8 of the furnaces. So if we're using charcoal as the fuel, you're going to be wasting charcoal. Like, these are still going unless you put 8. If you put a stack, you'll get your full use out of the charcoal. Because there's 8 furnaces, and each charcoal will smell 8 items. So unless you put a stack of items in there, you'll be wasting charcoal. Now if you use like wood planks as the fuel and not charcoal, then you won't be wasting as much fuel. But it is a industrial smelter for mass production. So it makes more sense to use charcoal or coal, but everywhere underneath spawn has been strip mined, and so there is actually still quite a lot of coal, but it's just easier for me to make charcoal in mass quantities than to get a lot of coal, even though, well, now someone gave me a diamond pick. If you guys notice, I actually have 2 more diamond picks that someone gave me. And so I'm going to be trying to fill this thing with charcoal. So if you guys are watching my video and you're bored, all you gotta do is come up here, throw like a stack of logs in here, and then wait for them to come out here and put them back up in the fuel area. It would help a lot. My goal is... the ultimate goal would to be able to fill each of the furnaces with a stack of charcoal, and then fill each of these hoppers. See, like there's coal in here, which is fine. It won't clog it up, because once this charcoal in here gets all the way used, which it probably won't if we keep feeding it charcoal, because it will just keep going in before the coal does. But if charcoal ever runs out in there, this coal will be substituted. But the goal is to get all these hoppers filled with charcoal, and then this chest filled with charcoal, then this hopper filled with charcoal, and then this chest filled with charcoal. If that happens, then we'll never run out of fuel. And the reason we can't use lava buckets is because... I'm going to check if I'm recording still. Yeah, I'm still recording. Just need to make sure, guys. Just used OBS for the first time in a while. My first episode was recorded using explicit, and I didn't really like it that much. It has some cool features that OBS doesn't have, or at least I don't know about them. But yeah, that's the industrial smelter. But the reason you can't use lava buckets is because the buckets will get stuck in there, and it's fine if you go back there and take your buckets once you're done, but there is at least one of the furnaces that you can't really access unless you break part of the redstone. And here's spawn so far since the last episode. It's actually grown quite a bit. Let's see who's on. I plan on doing some collabs. I've made quite a few friends. Here, I'll go through the list of people online to see who I've played with. I've played with... the Red Holdra. I went to Jam's birthday party. I think it was the Red Holdra. They had a birthday party for Jam, which I don't see on here. I've got some stuff from GetWrecked20. And that's all right now. I've actually played with quite a few people on here. And that furnace is actually extremely expensive, because it takes, I think 24, I'm probably getting my math wrong, but I think it takes 24 hoppers, which is 5 iron each. And then it takes some quartz, and it takes a lot of gold. But I was able to get most of the stuff given to me from other players, which is a good thing since it's a community build. But I'm coming over here to the harbor to show you guys what else I have in store. So this guy named Wolf738, I think is his username, and their book is gone. He took forever writing that book. I hope it's like not gone for good. Let's see if their names are in here. I played with Human Shield. Human Shield is one of the people I plan on doing a collab with. But Wolf738's book is not here. That's actually really bad because I was on Discord with him and he spent like all night writing that book. I hope he has it or something. Because if he doesn't, that really sucks. But if we come down here, he has these little docks, and I've been kind of feeling like building a bridge. Or not a bridge, a boat. And I saw these docks, and I was in the Discord channel with him. And I had a good idea to build a boat here. And so first I'm like, oh, I'll just build a pirate ship. And I'm like, no, that's too cliche. So here's my boat. It's called a trireme, which is a ship that the Greeks used in ancient Greece. And it's a battleship. It looks a little weird, but for my small space that I had, I think it looks pretty good. Which I'll get to more about this trireme in a little bit. But I'm renting this little like plot. It says it's claimed by me, and it only costs me to rent this little area here 1 iron a week. But it seems a little tall, but not really. Triremes are actually, based on the pictures I looked at, they are really tall. But they're also really long. I think the reason it looks weird is because it's so short. And they have a little thing on the front they use as like a battering ram, and it seems like they're usually based off fish, so they have like these fish tails in the back, and they have like a horn up front, and sometimes they have 2 or just 1 sail, and this is my sail. A lot of the pictures I saw, their sails were red and white like that. But they're planning on building a huge ship right here, which is why I had to build it so small. They actually started the ship. Now if we come over here, I'll show you Human Shield's shop. It's not open yet, but I had a plan. So there's a lot of people that are building cities with groups of people, and I wanted to kind of do that too myself, but I kind of wanted to do my own city. So I decided, since I already built a ancient Greek ship over here, and I've built in the past, I've built a giant Parthenon to scale. I think that's how you pronounce it. But I want to build a Greek city. And so I saw Human Shield was on, and I talked to him a little bit, and I invited him to build with me in the city. And so far he's the only guy, and he accepted my request. So he said he wasn't gonna have much time because he's busy with college. But is his shop open? Looks like it is. It must be oh, the pressure plate. It looks like it's open, so I'll check it out with you guys. But he said he'll be pretty busy with college, but I plan on doing some collabs with him. Right now he's the only one building in the city with me, and we haven't started it yet. Like, I've claimed the area that we're going to be building it already, but anybody's welcome to build in the city with me. You just have to message me so I can explain the plans. I'm probably going to talk about the plans in my videos, so that won't be a huge deal. But anyone's welcome, they just need to message me first, preferably. And it's going to be all ancient Greece or Roman theme. We don't want to restrict ourselves to only Greece, because I do plan on or having someone else, or as it will probably end up being a group project. But we want to build a Colosseum, and if we built a Colosseum in a Greece-themed city, they'd be like, oh, that's not from Greece, that's from Rome. Blah, blah, blah. But we don't want to restrict ourselves, so it's going to be Roman/Greek. Which the Roman Empire was actually, they got a lot of their style based on other civilizations because they were a conquering nation. But they really liked the ancient Greece style, and so they adopted a lot of their practices. So I'm going to read this. Hello, tired of all the join lag while trying to mine for stone? Simply to build your grand base? Well, you've come to the right place. We here at All Things Stone do the mining for you so you can focus on the fun part, building. Please feel free to browse our vast selection of stone and stone-related items. And if you have a request, we are happy to supply. Thanks, the All Things Stone crew. I wonder who else is in his crew. I think it's just him. Actually, he was playing with a friend. So if we need anything stone related, we can come here. We mostly need quartz, which brings me to the next thing. Because you guys are saying, oh, you're probably saying, if you're building a Greek-themed city, you're going to need a lot of quartz. And on this server, we only have like a confined area that we can get quartz from since the map's so small. I hope they extend the border out further so we can go further in the nether. But we're going to need tons and tons and tons of quartz. So if any of you guys are watching this video and you feel like donating to the project, or if you just want to help us, just message me. And I'm going to show you guys how to get where the city is, and just bring a chest up and donate some quartz if you feel like it, because we're going to need all of it. But if we come over here in the spawn town, there's a quartz shop, which is perfect. They have quartz here. 1 stack of quartz blocks is 3 diamonds. But and obviously they don't have any quartz in here. So how are we going to get quartz from the quartz shop if they don't even have any? But right here it says, Welcome to C's Quartz Shop. For special or large orders, please leave message in Book and Quill. Special thanks to Bluggy, I think that's how you say it, for helping with pricing and pixel art. With your username and order, and I'll get to you ASAP. So, I had a plan. I'm like, how about we contract the guy who owns us? I think his name is Cam, the cool kid or something. I want to contract him or hire him to bring us a lot of quartz pretty frequently. So in the book it says, quartz and other nether items requests. List please. Leave 1, your player name, 2, your order, 3, your base quartz or where I can deliver the items. Example on next page. Thanks. Also, your offer we can discuss when we're both online. Which I haven't seen him online since like when I first started this server. But it says example, Cam the cool kid, double chest of quartz. My offer is 60 diamonds, 20 stacks of quartz blocks, 3 stacks of emeralds. So yeah. So right here I have my username Spanky, and it says I am building a Greek-themed city and several other people, and we will need a frequent supply of quartz. We can talk about the specifics when we both are online. If you are interested in helping with the city, just message me. Anyone is welcome. So basically, I'm thinking... Oops. I'm thinking we have him like bring us like a double chest full of quartz every now and then, and leave it where the base is located. And I'll show you guys where that is now. So I could go through that nether hub, and the way we found it, we literally found an entire biome that no one has claimed by looking at the dynamic map, and then I traveled to the coordinates through the nether and built a nether portal there. And that's how we got there, because it's thousands of blocks away from spawn, which is what I wanted it as far away from spawn as possible, so we could actually do some mining underneath the city. Because literally everywhere underneath spawn is completely strip mined. There's literally nothing except for maybe coal and some iron. But I like using this guy's portal since it's close to the smelter, and the spawner is so loud. Or not spawner, portal. So when you come through the portal, I like using this one, but it's easy to find from the main hub. I'm gonna turn that down, jeez. Music and sounds. Is that from... blocks? It is. I turned that up earlier. I had it completely off previously. If we come to the main hub, it should be right around this corner. Yep, here's the main hub. So if you come off to the left here where it says Poppy Town, and I plan on making like a nice portal, and it says Spanky's Greek City Biome and Flues Maker Kaz 100, they ended up extending their bridges off of mine, which I died a couple of times. Luckily I was able to save my diamond pick and some of my armor. And the other night I went on a long just mining expedition, and I got 5 stacks of iron, 1 stack of diamonds, and quite a bit of redstone and gold. And some emeralds. So it's a spawn this way, Flues Maker that way. I don't know if there's anything that way. Hopefully no one else builds in our... Well, I don't want anyone... If you guys are watching in this video, please don't build in the biome that we claimed unless you ask me. And if you do, and if you don't ask me, it's not a big deal. Just make sure it's Greek or Roman themed. Because I don't want like a medieval themed house in our Greek city. So actually, to prevent that from happening the other night, I put a border around the entire biome. And you should be able to see the border from the dynamic map if you're playing on here. And our biome is in one of the most southern areas of the map. But when we were looking at the map, I figured it would just be like a stony / kind of grassy plains area, and then I realized you can actually turn the dynamic map into a 3D view. And I noticed it was a mountain area. I'm like, oh, that's gonna suck for building. But I was talking to my friend, and I've never been to Greece. I don't actually know what it looks like, but we're pretty sure that it was a pretty mountainous area. And so right here I have my signs by my porter. This biome is reserved for the Greek themed city. If you would like to join the project, just message Spanky196. I hope you guys couldn't hear that. Someone tried calling me on Skype. You shouldn't have been able to hear that. But right down here, if you come down here, there's a border all the way around the biome. So if you guys do stumble across this, please don't build unless you're planning on a Greek themed building. And I'm going to show you where I plan on building stuff. And I have these signs all the way around the border. So if people do come across the border, they know what's going on. But it says Biome Reserved. And I had to shorten it to 1 sign because as you could see I had it on 3 signs up there. It says Biome Reserved, Greek City. Interested? Ask Spanky196. And if you come over here, the same exact sign. They're all spread out across the border. You can hopefully see them one from the next one. So if you're on the border anywhere, you can see a sign, and you know what's up. Luckily, I don't think anyone's built here yet. Actually, I've kind of explored it's kind of hard to walk around up here because it's all mountainous, and it's actually a birch forest biome, but we have custom terrain, and I don't even think there is any birch here. So, I'm pretty sure no one's built here, and please don't build here unless you have permission from me or from Human Shield, and, well, preferably me, because Human Shield doesn't know the whole plan. He hasn't even been here yet, so, but, if you do build here without my permission, just please let it be Greek themed. But next, I'm going to show you guys kind of my basic plans of the city. They're like super basic plans. So, I wish I had a mini-map mod. I'm thinking about downloading a mini-map for this series, and probably Optifine. The server doesn't seem as laggy, but Optifine would be really nice. And we actually have mobs here. Please don't come here and take our mobs. And please don't come here and mine unless you're helping out with the city. But we need a Colosseum and a Parthenon. The thing about the Colosseum that sucks, there's no like actual flat area to build it. And we don't have to be restricted to this biome only. The border is pretty much just to keep people out, not to keep us in. As you can see, it kind of goes over there because I was trying to keep the border at a square shape to make it easier on me. But I think there was an area. So basically, I want us to have a Greek theater. And Greek theaters are like in the sides of mountains, kind of like this. But I feel like it'd be more surrounded. And and it helps like with the sound of the theater, so because they didn't have microphones back in the day. And so there was like a almost, not quite, but almost a perfect area for a Greek theater to be built at, but I don't know where at exactly. It kind of had two like pretty tall hills around it. And if you come here and a creeper blows up, please fix the creeper holes. That's like a common rule on this server. Kinda sucks though when they blow up some of the resources needed. And there is a pretty cool ravine kinda over here. It's like a custom ravine, it doesn't go that deep. It has like a river going through it. Let's see if I can find it. I think it was over here where I was thinking it was possibly here. I don't remember. But I need your guys' help if you're on the server to help me find a nice flat area for the Parthenon. The Parthenon area doesn't have to be as flat. I kind of do want it on top of a hill. But for the Colosseum, I want the Colosseum to be huge. And we need it to kind of be in a flat area so it looks better. But it doesn't have to be completely flat, plus we can terraform if we have to. Here's the ravine I was talking about. There's a nice like river over here. But yeah guys, that's what I've been up to on the server. I also plan on making a harbor, and I want to build some more triremes in the harbor. See, here's another sign. If you just follow the border, there'll be signs everywhere. But I want to build a harbor with some full-scale triremes in it, and you can think about it like we're kind of we're not really landlocked. There's no way, well, I plan on like maybe clearing out a way to spawn by boat. But right now, I don't think there is. There's at least not an easy way to spawn by boat, but we do have an ocean. And I'm pretty sure there's an ocean monument I thought I saw on the dynamic map right next to this biome. But I plan on making a harbor with some triremes, and if you think about it, like there's the trireme at spawn, and then the triremes here, and you could say, well, that trireme at spawn was one of ours, and we like sent it to spawn, kind of thing. But yeah, guys, that's basically what I've been up to. I'm gonna come back down here. I'm probably gonna log off the server. I need to get a good source of food. Yeah, if you guys want to help, just message me if you ever see me online. It would be greatly appreciated. And lastly, I would also like to say sorry again for all the screen flashing. I plan on getting a good gaming computer, but I need support because I'm not under the greatest financial situation, I guess you could say. Let's just say I'm not rich, so I can't really afford a good computer right now. But with your guys' support, I know we can get there, and I'll be able to get rid of the flashing screen. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. If you want to help, just message me. I'll see you guys in episode 3, so peace out.